In today's energy markets, let's take a look at WTI crude futures today as they're realizing a nice move higher for a second day. They're bouncing significantly higher and now trading at a 5-session high today. We're seeing them trade right around 65.95, so just below $66 on that front month future. And that is the recent high for the futures contract. And when you look at some of the factors, I think why we're seeing this renewed strength, there's a couple things to point at. I think the expectations shifting in Europe, or the Eurozone in general, are benefiting WTI futures, or just crude in general. The idea that there's going to be an increase in demand as we see some of the data points, the most recent data points from the Eurozone, much stronger. Anticipation now with the vaccine rollout picking up, that the economic activity will pick up sooner rather than later. So I think that's part of the reason why we're seeing WTI crude futures rally. Couple that also with just the general trends in the market, with the equity markets rallying significantly overseas, and then we're seeing the equity markets having a nice session here in the United States. So that kind of risk-on mentality is proliferating through the markets as well. Also, the second thing is I think the snags in the nuclear negotiations with Iran. They appear to be hitting a little bit of a contentious area here, and if that does not get resolved, then in theory Iran will be delayed and potentially bringing some of their crude back into the market. So I think that's another factor playing into why we're seeing WTI crude futures having a nice session today. Now, when you look at the trends, the last 2 days, we are seeing WTI crude futures up about 6.5%. So again, a nice move off of those lows just below $62 a couple days ago. And now pushing back up, as I mentioned, towards that 66 level. So this is the higher level or high end of the range for May. So again, a nice snapback here the last 2 days, and now we're trading back up towards the top end of the range for the month of May.